Today on Extraordinary Explained, Conversion Subordination. Imagine transforming someone into your loyal servant with just a touch. Not just one person, but potentially an entire population, each converted individual adding to your growing army. This isn't just mind control, it's something far more insidious. It's the power to change someone's very nature and bind them to your will forever. Conversion subordination is essentially the power to command anyone you've converted to your cause. It's not simply persuasion or mind control, it fundamentally alters what a person is, binding them to your will through biological or metaphysical transformation. Some call it conversion subjugation, but the result is the same: absolute control over those you've converted. Let's break down how this extraordinary ability works. First, the user must have some method of conversion. This could be a bite, a touch, exposure to a particular energy, or even eye contact. Once the transformation begins, it rewrites the target on a fundamental level, creating a direct link between the converted and their new master. The capabilities are genuinely terrifying. Users can induce immediate commands that must be followed, establish a hive mind connecting all converted subjects, and even restore or upgrade their minions if they're damaged. Think of it as creating your own personalized network where every node is a former individual now bound to execute your will. The applications of this power are nearly endless. Need an army? Convert a few soldiers. Need intelligence? Convert someone with access to the information you seek. Need to infiltrate a secure facility? Convert someone on the inside. The strategic advantage of having loyal subordinates who cannot betray you and who might maintain their original appearance is unmatched. How might one hypothetically acquire such an ability? The most likely scenarios involve exposure to something otherworldly, ancient artifacts, cosmic radiation, or experimental procedures gone wrong. Perhaps a genetic mutation activates dormant DNA that allows for biological domination of others. Or maybe it's a technological implant that enables the user to transmit conversion signals. This power doesn't exist in isolation. It shares connections with biophysical possession, where you can physically take over bodies, and subsuming transplantation, where you can transfer parts of yourself into others. What makes conversion subordination unique is that it creates a permanent change in the target while maintaining the controller's autonomy. Fortunately for potential victims, this power does have limitations. Individuals with exceptional willpower might resist the conversion process. Others might possess natural immunity to conversion techniques. And in some cases, the conversion can be reversed through specific countermeasures or by eliminating the original converter. The ethical implications are what make this power truly disturbing. Unlike simple mind control, which might be temporary, conversion subordination fundamentally violates a person's autonomy by changing what they are on a cellular or spiritual level. It's essentially a form of existential theft, stealing someone's very being and repurposing it to serve your ends. This concept appears throughout human mythology and folklore. Vampires who create thralls, werewolves passing on their curse, zombies spreading their condition, all represent primitive understandings of conversion subordination. The fear of losing oneself to another's control runs deep in our collective psyche, suggesting an instinctive horror of having our autonomy stripped away. When compared to other control-based powers, conversion subordination stands out for its permanence and scalability. Mind control typically requires ongoing concentration and has limited range. Mass hypnosis affects many but is usually temporary. Conversion subordination, however, creates self-sustaining changes that persist even when the controller isn't directly focusing on their subordinates. So what would you do if you possessed the power of conversion subordination? Would you build an army for protection, create a community of like-minded individuals, or resist using it entirely due to its ethical implications? The temptation to use such power would test anyone's moral compass. Perhaps the true measure of character isn't what extraordinary abilities we possess, but how we choose to use them. If you like this video and would want to see more, please like, share, and make sure to hit that bell icon so that YouTube knows that you want to see more.